Hello and welcome back, everyone. Today we're heading into Stove Canyon. This is the point where I think the game starts to ramp up the difficulty. In this stage, we're being chased by an advancing wall of lava, which of course kills us in one hit, so you want to move through the stage fairly quickly. Of course, lava or no lava, there's always time for coins. Let's just speed ahead here. We definitely want this box because inside is the key. Which means we'll be coming across a vault soon. Now, unfortunately, since we are carrying the key, we can't perform the dash attack, meaning we'll have to bypass these coins for the time being. But that's okay, because the treasure we'll be getting is more valuable than those coins anyway, so it's a net gain on our part. Taking damage might not be such a bad thing here. Tiny Wario is a little bit more maneuverable in these tight corridors. Really, as long as you're reasonably fast in this stage, you should be fine. So here we are on the ruins of a ship, I'm assuming. Canyon is an odd place for that, but who am I to question things? Anyway, let's go inside and get our next treasure. It's either a gemstone or some sort of antique cannonball. I suppose both could be potentially valuable. Let's just add it to the collection and move on. I'm beginning to dislike these moles almost as much as the birds. Almost. And we don't even have to pay to leave. Wario is thrilled about that, I'm sure. So this stage is a bit more relaxed than the previous level. We're at least not running for our lives here. Oh, those bats. I take it back, I'd rather have the wall of lava. That was poor planning on my part. Let's just take some careful jumps here. Really could use some garlic, but I guess a heart's fine too. Just patiently ease on forward. Nothing to see here but the midpoint. Moving on. And of course, without Bull Wario, I can't get those either, so let's just jump and collect all these coins. Kitchen Island is just the land of shoddy bridge work. Once again, we need to be patient. Let's just wait for these platforms to rise back up and hop across. No need to rush here. Of course, we want to take our time and get all these coins as well. So these fireballs act exactly like the Podoboos from the Mario series. They just leap in and out of the lava in a predictable pattern. Anyway, we are done with the second course of Stove Canyon. Let's move on to the next one. After depositing our treasure, of course. So, if the theme of the previous level was jumping, the theme of this level is climbing. There are ladders all over this stage. Ladders and ducks. Ducks that are, fortunately, much easier to bypass now that I can stun them from a distance. While this is a great game overall, I definitely feel like Stove Canyon has the least variety in terms of level design. Aside from the introductory level with the chase scene, I feel that most of these stages are a bit too straightforward and not particularly memorable. Not bad by any means, but this is probably the low point of the game for me. Fortunately, the next 3 worlds after this are all fantastic. The game really picks up from the SST Cup onward. And here's what I meant about that abundance of ladders. There are these entire platforms that are made of ladder segments here. Curious design choice, but I like it. Ah, great. Jet Wario should be very useful here. Let's just try to get these coins. Let's try that one more time. There we go. Oop. Well, easy come, easy go. Let's just carefully head to the end of the stage then. You do want to be careful here because, because of the birds in the room, and self-demonstrating, I swear. We'll be right back. Alright, take 2. I am a bit more prepared this time. Let's bypass the birds and get out of here. And now for the very last 2-exit stage in the game. And it's a fun one too. As much as I do get down on Stove Canyon, the minecart stage here is really fun. So much so that I can even overlook these bats. This is just some good solid fun platforming and coin collecting. The stuff Wario Land's all about. So this is the first smiley spring in the game, and you just stand on it and it bounces you up. We'll be seeing a lot more of those in the future. And thanks to these coins, this is a midpoint room worth visiting. But enough of that. Time to get back on track. I just can't stop, man. I can't. As usual, Jet Wario is the best choice for these tricky jumping stages. Don't worry, we'll come back for that. For now, let's just take the normal exit. Now to head back and get the secret exit. See you guys after the break. And we're back. Let's go ahead and jump on this smiley spring and head up to the secret exit. Now this leads us to another totally optional stage that houses one of the hidden treasures in this game. So let's go collect it. This is going to be another one of those switch puzzle stages where we alter the layout of the level by hitting blocks. The level goal is actually right near the beginning, but the goal isn't why we're here. We're here to get the treasure after all. For reference, it's right over here. So that's where we'll be coming back to after we clean this place out. Now this is the switch that we're going to be hitting throughout the stage. It's going to affect the water levels in the various rooms. As you can see, this room is nearly empty, but we will fill it with water and be able to reach those blocks momentarily. Now this stage will have a bit of backtracking, so I am going to do some heavy editing with the footage of this level. Let's go ahead and get those blocks while we're here. Alright, now that we have the key, let's go straight to the vault. There are other things to do in this stage after locating the treasure, but let's go ahead and get that out of the way first. So, I'll see you back at the beginning of the level. Now we're back at the start of the stage, so let's open the vault and collect the treasure inside. And we get this lovely chalice to add to Wario's hoard of treasure. That gives us a grand total of 8 pieces of treasure with only 7 to go. Now I could just exit the stage now that I've found the treasure, but there are a couple of interesting things to see in this course, so let's take a look at them. Ordinarily, this room is filled with water, but thanks to the switch we hit, it's not anymore, which means we can squeeze under that narrow passageway. It also means I can continue to not pay attention and get hit by enemies. Let's just head through this door. And we get a fantastic prize, 100 coins. And I think Wario would agree that that's worth any detour. Anyway, see you guys back in the main room. Now, this is the room immediately to the right of the one we were just in. Once we fill the room with water, we can climb this ladder, and at the top, we have another room we can enter. And inside is just some coins, but hey, coins are worth going out of the way for, as we already established. Anyway, see you back in the main room. Alright, one last room to check out. We've also filled this room with water thanks to the switches, and we get... well, so far, mostly ducks. But at the end, we get another set of coins. Totally worth it. Alright, back to the main room. Now at this point, we've explored every section of the stage, so we can go ahead and leave. Let's just carefully make our way to the exit and do just that. It must pain Wario to sacrifice those 10 coins to leave the stage. Speaking of coins, we got quite a few in this stage. And now on to the boss stage. We're almost done with Stove Canyon. Let's just finish this up and move on. Getting back to me criticizing Stove Canyon for being bland, this is one of the more bare-bones boss levels in the game. It's just some platforming over lava, and that's basically it. Nothing outstanding, nothing that really strikes me as memorable about this level. The upside is that it's not particularly long. Obviously, we're taking the lower route due to its abundance of coins. Pretty sure this is just a midpoint, but we might as well check to make sure. Yes, it is, so let's move on. I actually do kind of like these sinking platforms, though. I mean, they're basic, but they do shake the level up a bit. That said, I like them, but I don't like them that much. It's a bit too much, game. A little bit too much of the same thing in this stage. That's my big complaint with Stove Canyon. It's just an overall lack of variety. Again, I don't hate this world. I mean, it's part of Wario Land. The game is fantastic from start to finish. So even the low point of the game is still good, just less good than the rest. Well, I'll see you after the break. Let's try that again. There we go, that wasn't so hard. So now for the boss. This is the somewhat ironically named Fun Fun. Now Fun Fun is a grumpy sort who likes to blow boulders out of his nose and lick the ground to make it disappear. It's absurd, but, you know, it's typical Wario fare at this point. Anyway, you pick up the nose boulders and toss them back at Fun Fun's face. Hit him 3 times and he's down, as usual. I mean, I guess you've been fun, but fun, let's not push it. And now for Wario's favorite part of the video, the post-boss coin rush. Some of those coins are unfortunately careening straight into the lava, so let's save as many of them as we can. And now let's put them in our own collection. Alright, progress update. We've completed 4 worlds, collected 8 treasures, and now have 2,340 coins. We just have 3 worlds and 7 treasures to go. On our next video, we'll be heading into Captain Syrup's pirate galleon, the SS Teacup. Until then, see you next time.